ask any fisherman, or any journalist for that matter, and they will tell you that the best stories are about the ones that got away. And best of all are the stories about catching the stunners which got away from someone else. I promise this will all make sense. So pick up your metaphorical fishing net and come with me to Vice News. You can find them at newsvice.com. Bit of a crazy name. They recently wrote a very compelling, very shocking article about the Golden Triangle on the Laotian border, and this is a region which has been recently explored by the BBC and Sue Perkins in the Mekong River series. This particular article on Vice News was called "The Opium and Heroin Business is Booming." It was written on the 9th of December and was posted online at about 2:25 a.m. Its writer, Samuel Oakford, used a recently published report from the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, or I call them UNODC, to delve into the international implications of the opium explosion. There were no pretty pictures, there were no kind of endearing pictures of locals as well. There was just kind of a very uncomfortable feeling reading it, and an overwhelming sense of how little we really know about some of these really pressing issues. Oakford quoted Jeremy Douglas of the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, stating that the main customer for opium at the moment is China. There are over 1.3 million heroin addicts in China. Now, when the BBC looked at this and sort of touched very briefly on this issue, they kind of looked at the Mekong River as a whole, the Laos region. With Western eyes, they kind of did it in a very well-meaning way and talked about the environment and the animals and the culture of the Mekong River. And we were all kind of encouraged to laugh at the vulgarity of the rent-a-culture of the Chinese mega casino on the Laotian territory. But I found that with Oakfield's article, it was compelling because it just kind of questioned all of this well-meaning documentary journalism, and kind of, in a way, I feel that this was the article which was the stunner that got away, which goes back to my awful fish metaphor at the start. It kind of landed the impending disaster of an expanding drug-based economy in Southeast Asia, presided over by China, as a kind of increasingly narcotic dependent emperor. I mean, I just think that the West has become used to fearing China's industry and economy and endless production lines. The Oakfield article made me think that possibly its decadence and extravagance may end up being a bigger problem in the years to come.